Welcome to the Forbidden Woods. This first room is infested with Green Chus. There are so many of these. It's a great place if you ever want to farm some Green Chu jelly, just in case, you know, you want some green potion. I don't know why you'd want to do that, because green potions suck. But, hey, free Green Chu jelly, I'm not going to complain. And a tactic that you can use for killing Green Chus a bit faster is that you can just throw the grappling hook at them, and they're going to be stunned for a fraction of a second, during which you can attack them. But you got to be really close to begin with in order to be able to pull this off. I was a little far away this time, but I still managed to do it. Now, okay, this one, yeah, it was this one that didn't have its jelly taken. Oh, pinata, awesome. Unfortunately, it's just a ton of money, which I can't carry anymore. And in this chest, we got, right off the bat, the dungeon map, if I remember. Am I right? Yeah, I figured. Usually, treasure chests that have that shade of brown, it's either, treasure charts, pieces of heart, dungeon map, compass, that sort of thing. Because there's another shade of brown that treasure chests can have. And usually it'll be stuff like money, joy pendants, basically anything that goes in the spoils bag, or small keys as well in dungeons. So, yeah, you can just check the shade of brown that the treasure chest is, and you're going to have a pretty good idea of what's inside, whether it's important or not. So, good thing I didn't grab that nut there, because got ambushed by a few more of these. Yeah, great place for farming these. It's a bit out of the way, though. You have to go through the entire forest haven and then make your way. Ow! I just wanted to throw it so that I could open the pinata, but I didn't know that thing could hurt me. But doesn't matter what you want to do with it. As you can see, this flower closes when you get close, and it opens when you're further away. So you have to throw it like that in order to be able to move on. Now, in this second room, this room is actually pretty large, so we're gonna start exploring down. Ow! Thought it was the kind of ball that I could get into, because, yeah, when you're far enough away from a Boko Baba, it looks just like the balls you can get in that catapult you upwards. And, ooh, a fairy! I'm gonna take my brand new bottle and put it inside, even though, I'm probably not gonna need it, and I'm gonna need an empty bottle for a side quest just after this dungeon. But oh well, no sense in wasting a perfectly good fairy if it turns out I could ever need it. So as you can see, yeah, when I was far away, it was you only saw the ball. The way to distinguish between the two is that a bulb occupied by a Boko Baba is going to be a little more colorful. It's going to be more red than purple, if you will. I would love to have two on the same screen just so I could show you, but... well, let's see. Okay, I thought maybe I might hit the plan, but it didn't work out that way, so I'm gonna have to fight these suckers instead. Doesn't really matter, I'm just going to kill all those things. And yeah, if you're annoyed by the fact that I loot just about every enemy I find, well, this is what would make... so some people said they like to see a Mario Galaxy LP from me. This is what would make it pretty much unwatchable, because I'm so obsessed with star bits when I play that game, and I guess this isn't the way I'm supposed to do it, so let's... there we go. That's much better. So what do we have in there? A Knight's Crest. Pretty cool. It's our second one, I believe. And we need 10 of them in order to be able to learn a new attack, so we're already 20% of the way there. Okay, so now that we're done downstairs, we can start heading back up. Which one is the right one? I think it's this one. Nope, not at all. So let's head over there instead. Here we go. Something I should mention about this game is that it has a reputation for being the easiest 3D Zelda. It's it's sort of odd because this game has many more ways it can kick your ass than, say, Ocarina of Time, for example. But the problem is that whenever you take damage, more often than not, it's going to be a quarter of a heart, except on bosses. And even there, against bosses, sometimes you're going to be taking almost nothing. And recovery hearts are much more common as well, which means that, yeah, it should be difficult, but the damage you take and the hearts you recover... Oh my god, I love whenever that happens, when, you know, I hit a bomb flower like that and I defeat a crowd ton of enemies that way. Let's just get rid of it that way. Excellent. Moving on to the next room. It introduces us to those little devices over there. When you blow air with the Deku Leaf, it's going to start spinning, which brings this platform down here. And to power the platform, you simply have to blow a gust of wind in the opposite direction of the one where you're going. So that's basically how these platforms work. So here we have some more P-hats, which are a lot smaller than in Ocarina of Time. Thank God. The C-hats are much bigger and a lot creepier, though. But that's something we're only gonna see a bit later. Moving on, we have yet another P-hat. I wonder why those things give golden feathers. I mean, they're plants. They shouldn't have feathers. But, hey, I'm not complaining. This is going to be a very interesting source of these things because we need 20 in all in order to get a piece of heart as well as a vast amount of money. And that's without factoring in the excess ones that you can sell off to Beetle for even more money. So I guess this one is going to be transforming into just a regular bulb. Yep, just like that. As you can see, its color is a bit different, as I said earlier. Let's get up there, and, oh, yeah, I thought we were going to be able to exit this door, but there's still one more thing to do. Let's get that platform down here, jump on it, and just blow it away like that. The first time I played this game, I tried blowing at, you know, those, little thingies on the side. I don't really know what to call them, but I had so much trouble. It was actually by complete accident that I discovered that you could just blow air in the opposite direction of where you're going, and it's going to do just as well instead of aiming at something that the sides of the platform block, actually. So let's just knock this. Move on into the next room, which is, oh yeah, this one. This nut is completely surrounded by those vines that pop out of the ground, so in order to get it out of there, you simply have to blow it away with the Deku Leaf. Boom! Here we go, and now I believe we end up in the main room of this dungeon. I think there's something that we can do, all the way down. Maybe I'm mistaken. I'm just going to jump down and take a look. There's nothing in that direction. Nothing in that direction either. And over there, oh yeah, there's a nut somewhere above us in this room that you can take down here to get access to this wing of the dungeon a lot earlier than you should. But there's really nothing interesting for us to do. There's no real reason why we would want to go there earlier than we have to, because it's a lot more effort than it's worth. And while this isn't a speed run, there's no sense in wasting time on things that would be a complete waste of time. Sorry, I have nothing witty to say about that. So here's the nut all the way over there that I was talking about that we can take down to the bottom of the room, but as I said, we're not going to bother with that. Oh hey, free money that I can't carry. Awesome. Now, just want to be careful not to jump off the platform completely. Here we go. Now, over there, we have, if I remember, this is the introduction of a new enemy. Yep, we got those spiky eyeball things. I don't really know what they're called, but what they do is that they attach to you and they slow you down while other monsters that are present pound you into oblivion. That's what they're supposed to do. You can just kill them with a spin attack. I find that this method of killing them is oddly enough more effective with the butter knife than it does with the longer and more powerful master sword for some reason. So yeah, it's something crazy like that. You're gonna kill some, but you're gonna shake off a lot of them with the master sword. So this is one of the very few advantages this sword has. Now, this room, as you probably noticed, it's a maze of those vines that we saw earlier that pop out from the ground. It's sort of a revisit of remember the fire maze in the fire temple from Ocarina of Time, where there were tons of pillars, and when you got close to those pillars, walls of fire would pop up out of nowhere. Did I get it? Yep. Okay, so now we can head all the way over there, being very, very, very careful not to run into those vines. Is there anything of interest there? Or is it just complete junk? Yay, money that I can't carry again. See, this is what I hate about many of the Zelda games. The wallet upgrades come a little too late to be of any interest, so most of the time I'm going to have a full wallet. I like how it rarely happens in Skyward Sword, though, because of the extra wallets that you can buy that allow you to carry much more money than you normally should, especially early in the game. And here is a small key, which is going to unlock that door that we caught sight of earlier in the main room. Before we leave, though, I'm just going to take a look at what's in these jars, because the fact that they're positioned like that suggests that there might be something interesting. Joy Pendant, here we go. We're still at the point of the game where we actually need them. And here we go, 10 rupees that I can't carry, and let me guess, more money that I can't carry over there. No, some magic, actually. Pretty good. So, just going to float all the way over to the entrance in order to not have to redo that maze. So, let's get back to the main room and unlock that door. By the way, something that I forgot to mention before I get a million comments about it. In the second room, oh wow, these weren't there before. Yeah, it happens sometimes when you revisit a room that you've already visited, and you're forced to revisit it in the first place. Sometimes you're going to get more enemies than there were the first time around, such as those Green Chus that weren't there when I first came through this hallway. But yeah, in the second room of the dungeon, there's a treasure chart that's way high up in an area that I haven't gone to yet. I'm waiting to get the dungeon's treasure because I can't get it right now, so if you're wondering why I left that treasure chart there, it's because, simply put, I can't get it for the time being. Camera! Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to make do with this angle. I wanted ideally to have the camera behind me, but it went straight into that thing in the middle. Oh, this room. This room is not so fun. You got this thing that's really hard to kill because if you try to blow it away, then it ends up in the water, so you really have to hurry up before it gets back up. Come on, hurry up, it's coming back. Come on, faster, faster. Okay, here we go. Run. Okay, here we go. Now, this room is another pretty big one that we have to climb. New enemy here, that sort of grasshopper thingy, I guess. And wow, it didn't last long. I thought it took a lot more than that to beat it, but hey, I'm not gonna complain. So, let's see now. Let's kill this bastard. It's probably gonna transform into a bulb that's going to allow me to progress to a higher floor in this room. And oh god, I'm being ambushed by a pea hat. I don't know, for some reason I tend to call them sea hats, even though the sea hats are another thing entirely, because the sea hats are just a lot more memorable than the pea hats are in this game, because, well, as I said, we haven't encountered any yet, but you'll see when we meet them. And oh god, 2 of them, 3 of them! Oh my god, come come on, I just want some gold feathers. Why won't you let me loot you? And, wow, the camera really isn't cooperating with me here. So I guess I'm going to finish this fight, and after that, that's gonna be all for today. If I can just kill this last one, maybe loot it. No, won't let me loot it. Well then, if you don't want me to loot you, then die!